Thank you for joining me here at the Unique Pioneer channel. I am Charlene Unique, and we're going to do a general reading for the collective. Peace, love, and light, Grand Rising. Thank you for tuning in for the messages that are here for the collective. Just going to give the cards a shuffle. And may these messages find you well in the greatest of health, wealth, spirit, light, and love. What are the messages for us at this time? Unique Pioneers. Together we rise up. Don't forget to shop for your crystals at thhenewpioneer.online for all the ways that they could support you in your alignment and ascension into higher levels of consciousness, into more just healing energy, balance, calm. And, it's a lot of different ways you can manifest on crystals, meditate on crystals. So I encourage everyone to explore which ones may work for you. Without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and see what messages are here. Taking a moment to make sure we just got a good shuffle, a good, meditation. Everything may not apply to everyone, or, take what applies and leave what doesn't apply. It's always a good rule. They say take what applies and let the rest fly. All right, we're gonna get into it. Just gonna do another one. I usually pull one from the, so I'm going to just get another card because I normally just do the original 10 for the Celtic Cross and then another one for like the overall energy. But there's another one that wanted to come out, so we're going to see what that's about. I'm excited to be here. Just wanted to let y'all know that. I love this place. I love it here at the Unique Pioneer channel. So excited. I get super silly like that. All right, what's in our first position here is the Ace of Swords. So there's going to, or we're in the position now where there's pay attention to any new visions or new opportunities coming through. Aces deal with, well, I would say maybe just going back to that inspiration, that raw, sudden maybe idea. Maybe there's an idea that you want to follow or an idea that you come up with that you really want to don't dismiss, don't, count out, pay attention to any, sudden idea that you have, sudden like inspiration as far as if you wanted to speak up about something. maybe you're just going to start seeing things a little more clearly, or we are. Um, hmm. Just thinking things with more of a fresh, clear set of eyes. It seems like, And we did talk about that renewal time last time, if anyone paid attention. And if not, you can go back and just, that one was more about the energy of renewal. So this Ace of Swords complements that because yeah, that energy is still in the air of renewal. And so just feeling renewed about the way we're thinking about things, about our perspective, about how we could solve a problem. There's going to be just that new insight. All right. So new insight, new awareness. I like that. All right, so what's crossing us is the Chariot, moving forward in a big way. So we are pushing forward, push it, yeah. So we are pushing forward. That's in a major way, you know. I don't know if anybody's moving or relocating or looking to move or trying to relocate, or maybe going to be doing some traveling. Okay, so what do I get from this crossing position for the Chariot? And so when majors are crossing, I still look at them as, okay, a good omen or a good boost, should I say, as far as like, okay, if that's the challenge, it's still like something that you want to look at as a positive thing. Especially when I see cars like the chariot, like a chariot, like that powerful movement forward, using more of your guided energy as far as, your internal guidance, your balanced energy, moving forward in a way where it's very intentional. So if you're not moving forward with intention, that is the challenge, is moving forward with intention. And even though you move forward or you want, okay, let me rewind it a little bit, because it's like when it comes to the challenge position, from what I can see, is that, okay, we could have things that we want to do, say we're going to do, but ultimately it's going to take the commitment, that internal balance, internal, willingness to be able to make that thing move and go into the direction that you want it to go into, like in that intentional direction, So for those that are doing that, that's, influencing this renewed energy. The way you're going to go about things, the way you're going to move about it is very intentional. That's one way to go about it. And then if you're not moving forward with intention, using up all your spiritual resources, should I say, and if you don't know what your spiritual resources are, you gotta have to start to develop them. Spiritual resources are, just making sure you're maintaining balance in every level, and dealing with fear, anger, stress, all those things, in a way where you're transforming them and not allowing them to show up in ways, or dealing with things that are not very intentional towards your goals. So that's that. I hope that made sense for somebody. And then what is an overhead is, okay, the 5 of Cups. So somebody's feeling at a loss, or like disheartened about something, like brokenhearted about, or not, either brokenhearted or feeling at a, just upset, disappointed, you know, at whatever, you know, thing didn't work out, you know, that you wanted to work out in a certain way. That just seems to be on your mind a lot, or on our minds a lot. Just kind of feeling that like little down and out. Um, yeah. I don't know if that's going to hit for everybody, but somebody it may be just, and you know, I pulled cards a little like earlier this week, or like, yeah, was it yesterday, or I think it was one of them days. Um, and that card I think came out. So yeah, that energy definitely may be there. Just it's still dealing with some, you know, disappointment, some letdown about something that you had your heart set on. And it's okay because again, there's still those two cups, and we're not looking at the cups as half full sometimes, and we just can't stay in that energy. That's all. So peace, love, namaste to everyone who may be needing a little bit of love and a little bit of extra, you know, inspiration. That you're not alone. Of course, you've got, you know, lots of help, even though if you don't feel like it all the time, or you can't see it. Because I know we all have spirit guides. We all have the Creator, the Most High, that loves us dearly. So, wow, okay. There's again that feeling left out in the cold, that, you know, just feeling a little more of that struggle. You know, whether we're just feeling that like some type of just lost or whatever. But what I could say about, and I wanted to say something about that 5, because I'm like, what's up with that 5? But we got 2 5s, and I want to say that's gonna equal the 10, which means that, you know, change, obviously. So yeah, that's like the tide with, you know, things are going to be up, things are going to be down. You know, you got your time to celebrate, you got your time to mourn. But you got to think, or just kind of make sure you're looking at it with these fresh eyes, you know, because if you're not looking for with fresh eyes, you know, it could all pass you by. You know, you see them cups back there, you got to build on them cups. And that's what we talked about, them spiritual tools. You know, you got to take advantage of opportunities that you may not be trying to see, that we may not be trying to see. That's very interesting, because I could think about that for myself. Like, okay, you know, it's some fresh opportunities here. Okay, am I still looking at like, woo, ah. Thank you, Most High God, because I just found these bracelets that I love them, because it says "Don't look back," and then the other one says "Yesterday's the past." So whatever may be like, and it's just been, you got to be mindful about that. Don't look back at the past. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. And maybe that's the challenge, is keeping it pushing. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, you've been through a lot. Yeah, you could see how far you came. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, yes, you know, sometimes you can't help it, but yes, you can, because you just got to practice. Again, those spiritual tools where, you know, your meditation, as far as, and maybe that may not be your spiritual tool. Maybe it may be prayer. Maybe whatever it is, just being mindful of what you need to do in order to stay focused on the future and new opportunities coming through, instead of feeling like you're at a loss or left out in the cold. You know what I mean? Because maybe, you know, you got some stuff that you're dealing with from the past, but there's still a place that you got to go and that you got to get to, right? Wherever this chariot is going, you know, wherever you're going on your path, you know what I mean? You gotta look at the opportunities that's there for the future and not the past, because that's going to keep you in that, you know, lower vibration, where, again, like I said, that's where crystals can be helpful. I, wouldn't be sitting here talking about them if I was being like, misleading or thinking that it just was something that, no, I stand on it. You know what I mean? I stand on it if I'm going to say it. Because other than that, I'm not going to be sitting here like, trying to mislead nobody. That ain't my show. You know what I mean? So, let's carry on. All right, what's in the recent past is Ace of Pentacles. Okay, some new doors opening up, some new opportunities coming through. Yeah, definitely just some new opportunities, new opportunities, new opportunities. Pay attention to them. There's definitely like a new money opportunity or a new career opportunity, a new yeah, whether it's money, career, what else? Skill, anything that you're doing that you can build and see or feel or touch, or it's like something's coming through, that's tangible. The door is open right there, and just got to continue to push forward and see that it is there. Okay, what's incoming is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords deals with communication again. It deals with maybe I would say some incoming message coming through, or maybe be careful about any gossip, or spreading any gossip if that's you, or indulging in gossip or spying on anybody. I don't know if maybe somebody's spying on you. But that Page of Swords usually represents the spy card, and for some reason gossip popped into my head, so I'm gonna just go ahead and let it out and say that, okay, we got to be careful about that, all of us, just about the way that we communicate and the way that we put things out there into the universe, because they do come back to us. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe we just need to look for better ways to communicate, to speak our truth. Um, hmm. Yeah, just, I mean, if you have something to communicate, just be direct about it. Don't beat around the bush. It's like, say what you got to say. Just say what you mean and mean what you say. You know? And don't apologize for it. Kind of like a stand in your truth kind of card. It's the feeling I get from it. And those are the messages that I take from that. For the internal card, or what's going on in the inner world, on the inner level, is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords just talks about just needing to rest and recuperate, to regenerate in order to be able to fill your cup, to be able to, take a break from just so you can see things a little bit more, the opportunities and the light that, okay, look how that light is coming through the window as he's resting, as he's regenerating, as he's getting like the soul downloads, is, most would, if you know about soul downloads, is when you're resting, regenerating, or when you're in that restful state, you get information in order to, solve your problems. That's why, like, sometimes people get, solutions or information in their dreams, because, you know, your body is resting, your mind is resting, so it gives the spirit an opportunity to communicate with you. So is now a good time to take care of yourself, to replenish, to rejuvenate, so that you can, you know, maintain a clearer vision, as that Ace of Swords talks about, a clear vision. You know, you have to rest, you have to take care of yourself, you have to, you know, if you guys are comfortable with meditating, meditating is really just breathing, paying attention to your breathing and not paying attention to anything else but your breathing. And slowly, if you want to draw, like, you know, certain affirmations that, you know, of like just love, or, you know, balance, or whatever you want to meditate on, or it could be like a purifying light color, like, you know, gold or white, or, you know, you just have to be creative with it. So those are a few pointers. You can do a little more you know, practice with that, but meditation is awesome. And you don't have to, again, sit Indian style and go but it's pretty cool when you do. So just look for ways to rest, recuperate, meditate, regenerate, and renew. Again, we're going back to that because we're still in that energy of renewal. What's in the environment is the moon card. We saw that not too long ago. Just again, secrets may be coming out, things that may be hidden, still coming out. Paying attention to our dreams, paying attention to information that's hidden. You know, if anybody's in that dark night of the soul energy, meaning just still that shadow work, just, you know, again, them spiritual tools with that inner light is going to allow you to, you know, navigate your way through the darkness. Yeah, so just any secrets maybe coming out. Maybe also some hidden fears. I feel that energy of like maybe some subconscious fears still. And that's still dealing with that dark night of the soul, that shadow work. It's work, but, you know, together we will rise up, because, you know, again, you've got people that have been doing the work. It's about connecting, you know, staying aware. So we're going to go on to the next card, which is the victory card. So it looks like we saw some of these cards last round, and I don't, if you didn't tune into the last video, maybe you could, because it seems like it's a progression of just, you know, celebrate your victory, you know, where you're going. Move forward victoriously, intentionally, you know. After the fight, after the struggle, after the battle, you know, we win. We win. And we're victorious. So that was in the hopes and fears position. And, you know, we do hope for this victory. And it can be scary again when, you know, you get what you want. You'll be like, oh, wow, yeah. It can be a little, you know, it could make you a little nervous or whatever about handling everything like that. But we are ready for our victory, right? So we're going to continue to move forward with intention. Intention, so that we can not miss out on these golden opportunities available to us, okay? All right, so we're going to go with the outcome card is the 10 of Cups. And this card just deals with, you know, that happily ever after, that emotionally fulfilled, it's a good outcome, you know. It's a good outcome because it's a completion. It is a completion and a promise of, you know, when they say in the Bible that rainbow is a sign of God's promise that, you know, he wouldn't allow the earth to, you know, be destroyed again, you know. So it is like a good sign of renewal, of, you know, filling your own cup, focusing on joy, happiness, you know, pleasure. things that make you happy. You know, things can be scary, things can be, you know, exhausting, but that's why we just have to tap into, you know, proper care with rest, recuperation, meditation, you know, hydration, all that good stuff. It's good stuff because it's good stuff, you know? It may seem boring, but it's not. I'm trying to convince myself. All right, what is in the out or the overall energy is the nine of wands, the wounded warrior card. So still trying to protect ourselves, huh? It still seems like we're still trying to protect ourselves and building like a fortress of sense to stay safe. And then there was another card that wanted to come out. And what was that? The Knight of Wands. We need an adventure. It seems like one is happening. That's the overall energy, is that life is an adventure, and it seems as if there is going to be this adventure coming through. You may feel like a need to just do something like real quick, or like just be careful about that. Just making any sudden impulsive moves, feeling, you know, like you just can't sit still or something like that. I don't know, that makes sense with that wounded warrior card as far as like being protected. But again, the wounded warrior is like that. Okay, you know, just protecting himself, protecting his energy. Got his guard up. But then also to build on that with the Knight of Wands is that, okay, we will take control of our passions. Again, with this, you know, clarity coming through, new opportunities, you know, this kind of need for victory, need to, you know, make our dreams come true, to get to this happy ending. You know, we're going to have to take charge and make it more adventurous. I shake it up a little bit. Okay, my face wasn't in here because I was focusing, you know, for us, getting these messages across. All right. And I hope that it made sense for everyone, or for someone. If it only made sense for one person, then, you know, I think that's wonderful, because, you know, one person can spread light to another person, you know, and, you know, be able to just keep lights lit. Right? That's right. All right. So if you do like, if there was a message here for you, hit that like button. You could subscribe. That would be wonderful, awesome, and magnetic. That's my term. I love that. I'll be like, that is wonderful, awesome, and magnetic. All right, so tribe. We are lit. We are lit. We are lit. All right, so that was the tarot part. Let's get into the oracle. We are the oracles. All right. We are on our paths and on our mission. Okay. Opening up our minds, our hearts, our souls to our higher selves, to our spiritual selves. Most High, please bless these messages coming through. All right, so let's stop it right there and get 3, and then. All right, we're gonna get some Soul's Journey. When I usually say the work your light, jump in the light, but yeah, we got the Soul's Journey and Work Your Light. Let's see what messages are here. Most High, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Our praises, glory, and honor forever and forever. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for these messages that are coming through. Yeah, there's something interesting about these symbols that I'm seeing on his belt right there, because it looks, I don't know if they're like astrology symbols or it's something that he's using besides, it's like, that spiritual GPS again. So it's just about tapping into them spiritual resources and being intentional. So deep, gotta have to do some more studying so we can be a little more aware. So, all right, one. That's what I want to do. 4 of the Soul's Journey. All right, so let's go with the Soul's Journey first, and then the Work Your Light. All right, so trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Okay. All right, so wherever we going, wherever we've been through, don't look back. Don't focus on nothing that made you upset or broke your heart or whoever did you wrong or whatever, all that good jazz. It's over. It's in the past. It's over. Focus on these brand new opportunities come through. Trust and trust. All right, we're going to just leave it at that because we're going to build on that. All right. Service. I feel good when I can help others. All right. That's another good tool that will help you to get out of that funk, is feel good about your service. You know what I mean? All right. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Wow. That one is awesome to hear today because, I've been working on doing some manifesting, and again, sometimes it don't seem like it's gonna, come through. You don't know if you're doing it right. So again, I need to trust, you know what I mean, my service, because I definitely feel good when I help others. And I'm sure you all feel good when you help others. And then maybe that is a tool that you can use. And sometimes to elaborate on that at work, it's like, okay, in order to raise my vibration and because sometimes every time a call come through and I be trying to do something I shouldn't be doing at work, I'm like, like I gotta take a call, like, duh. But it's like, you're supposed to be helping people, girl. You ain't supposed to be doing this. And then I just get into what I'm supposed to be doing my service. And then it's just like very, it's an awesome thing because they getting the help they need and you're doing awesome, like great service, and it's not just being a slave. It's something bigger because you're helping somebody. So again, getting back to the surrender card where it's like I can release my need to control. Again, is like I be trying to control like how the manifestation gonna work, right? And the more I try to control it, I'm not letting the Most High do his part to let it come to me. So part of my exercise and the growth and everything is just like, okay, I have to surrender my need to control. I don't know how God is going to do it. But with the Most High, anything is possible. That's all I need to know and trust. That's all we need to trust, is that with the Most High, anything is possible. We have to trust that, and we have to acknowledge that we are here for a service. And we're here to receive as well, because it's give, receive, that's balance. You know what I mean? But again, I be saying this to my boys. It ain't about what you could do, or what ain't about what your people could do for you. Is about what you could do for your people. All right. Now, relationships. Hey, what you could do for your people is a balance. All right. I love it when the cards like connect. All right. So relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Yes, pay attention to our relationships. Again, that goes back to intention. You got to be intentional about everything. You know, are your relationships give, take, or is it, okay, give, and then you get a little bit of take? Or do you take, and give a little bit of, you know what I mean? You just got to make sure your relationships, even, and it's always go back to relationships with yourself first and foremost. But again, this one seems like it's more about the attracting factor, as far as like, okay, that's interesting. So let's start with that reading right there for relationships, because this doesn't seem like a relationship reading, honestly. So for that card to come up, it just makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. So what does it say? Relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. In this three-dimensional world in which we live, there is a sense that we are separate from one another, and also that we meet by chance. This is an illusion. The people in our lives are drawn to us and are here for a reason. It is through sharing experiences and having relationships with others that we begin to understand ourselves. Okay. All right. So maybe we are relating to this failed relationship card, or like, you know, feeling like some type of letdown or disappointment. And again, that feeling out in the cold, it's like, okay, whatever you got from them relationships, you know what I mean? It help you to learn more about yourself. That's so very important. Our relationships do help us learn about ourselves. Like what you don't like, what you do like, what you're going to put up with, what you ain't going to put up with. Yeah, when someone appears in your life, you must see what is not resolved or whole in the person and understand the lesson he or she brings home to you. You draw others to you like magnets in order to learn various aspects of yourself. The people you have close relationships with on earth are usually members of your soul family. You have chosen to incarnate together to help each other learn lessons, even though it may not seem that way to you now. Once a lesson is learned, don't be surprised if that person fades away. People are in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime. Okay, yes, so we can't be done with dwelling on the past. Bop. Surrender. I release control. I release my need to control. You know, that's the whole affirmation in itself, the serenity prayer. I always call on that one. God grant me the Most High grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change what I can, and the wisdom to move the difference. And let's keep it moving. All right, so service. Do we need to read on service? I don't think so. Well, let's read on service, girl. Stop being that. I just don't want it to be running long, you know, too long. I know people don't be having a lot of time, but hopefully you can make time. I feel good when I can help others. One of the most evolved gifts that a soul possesses is given of itself. There is a reason why it feels so good to give. It is because your soul resonates with that vibration. Your soul should be aware that it might currently be in a situation in which it needs to be fulfilled on higher levels. And this can only happen through the attribute of humbly serving and supporting others. Humbly supporting and serving others. Okay. Put yourself in a position in which you can benefit another soul in any way possible and demonstrate unconditional love towards others. This might mean bringing yourself into your heart space and letting everything you involve yourself in come from an attitude of giving freely. You have to learn to direct your green heart light energy through all of your thoughts, actions, and deeds. Look around and see where and how you can serve another. Perhaps one way would be asking a friend if you can help clean up his or her office or run errands. I don't know anybody trying to do that. They probably like, no. Maybe volunteer to watch your neighbor's kids. But I guess that's the humbling part of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even about them. It's about them and you, because you're doing something to help them and you're doing something to help you. So that's a good, that is like you know, yeah, I like that, because it's like, you're like, what? Clean up for somebody? I ain't doing that. But then it's like, okay, that's a good challenge. This might, okay, da 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 da. Or I guess these are just ideas. Maybe you can volunteer to watch your neighbor's kids so the parents can have a night out, make a meal for someone who might be sick, volunteer in a hospital or hospice, perform an activity that enriches someone else's life. So that is very precious. I really like that. In trust, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I think we're good on that. All right, so let's look at these cards for the Oracle Work Your Light. Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. All right. So that is definitely once we're aware of that, you know, we can have a stronger, you know, sense of just knowing that, okay, I'm good. But we can do the reading on that. Ken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So, all right, awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So, yeah, at this time, you know, there are, you know, more and more people waking up to just, you know, different levels of, you know, conscious awareness, you know, raising their vibration, you know, things like that. So there's, okay, again, where we talked about a need to have a new way to express ourselves, our ideas, to communicate, the fresh way to look at things, a fresh vision. That's all part of the awakening that we're going through. Yeah, on the soul level, you know, there is that longing, you know, at this time for just getting back to where a place where we are. And I guess, you know, the Most High's spiritual people have that, you know, okay, where we know, okay, we got that love in our heart, we got that, you know, goodness in us. And being here on this earth, it doesn't feel like we belong if you have that, because it's not appreciated. So that Mentankin card deals a lot with that, like longing for that being of, you know, where you can have, you don't have to carry yourself along like this wounded warrior. Which we've been doing is being that wounded warrior, like moving through life wounded, trauma, you know, guarded up, you know, that type of energy, or, you know, because of that on a soul level, because, you know, these cards right here deal on the soul level, is that longing for belonging, like that home energy, you know, where like when the Wizard of Oz, where she ended up in Oz, which is sort of like America, and she just wanted to go home where she had all the love and everything she knew. It's kind of like that. All of those movies are very deep and spiritual. But Keepers of the Earth, I'm going to go there with that one, and then I'm going to end it there, possibly. because it's not about what I want, it's about what needs to come through. So I had to do my job, lean. Keepers of the earth. Where that's at? Oh, I'm in the wrong book, ding dong. I'm like, wow, I don't see that. It don't even look like it's gonna be there. All right. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and of the earth, who are here to help you every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance. They are here to help you. The keepers of the earth acknowledge the work that you have done already and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand for them, to devote your life to protect the earth in your unique way. It is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical room. Okay. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to you, help you, and your work. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. Okay, so maybe we've just, like I sense in that wounded warrior energy, moving through too guarded, where we can't see certain opportunities that may be there. And then, yeah. And it's important to raise that vibration and keep that energy up, keep positive, because you deserve to be rewarded for the work that you are doing. You do not need to go at it alone. Call upon the keepers of the earth to help you and your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right away. Hold the card to your heart and say, so I'll do this for us. I am open to receiving a whole new level of support in my life and my work, and I call it in now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, so be it, so mote it be. All right, Mentakin, a longing for home. Mentakins are a soul group who originated on a planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel the Earth and believed to be the original light workers. The Mentakins' home planet is thought to have been a water world with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mentakins feel most at peace and at home when or around crystal clear water. They are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Namaste. That's what namaste means. I see the light in you. Many Mentakins have an odd longing for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pulled this card, it could mean that you are a Mentakin or are longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot and yearning for a place on earth to call your own. If so, you are being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now. To choose where you feel most at home and create it, rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. So we're going to hold this card on our heart and say, I allow myself to be truly here and at home on this planet. I release any grief around not belonging or feeling held and call in the perfect home. So we are calling in our perfect home, and we're going to create it and make it. All right? All right. Shay. All right, and then we got awakening is the last one. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, a new way of integration. All right. Or a new way of being, integration. All right. Awakening. Let's see what's going on with awakening. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. We did say that. We did talk about those soul tools. You are remembering. Poetry is another good thing. Or if you write, whatever you do to channel, creativity. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering, and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. Wow, we got the service card. Whoa, isn't that like in alignment? All right, talk about it. So that service is definitely one of those things that is important to, raising your vibration, is the service that we give here. Yeah. It says, you are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. That is what this card is, the Page of Swords. Bingo. Thank you for helping us get more clarification on that card. I feel like this really did touch on that awakening. Oh, how beautiful. Most High, thank you. Okay, so during this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself a being of service. So this card talks about there are truths, ideas, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world. Or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following work your light activation. All right, let's do that. I'm going to hold the card on my heart and say, I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe, the Most High, Supreme Creator, using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and spirit. So, we have to open ourselves up to be of service to the Most High. So anytime you got to do something for, that takes you out of yourself, or if you've got, you know, an idea about a book or about whatever you want to do to be of service, because obviously your experience or whatever you have to give is going to help somebody. Let's do it. All right. And so I love you guys. I thank you for being here with me. I hope you did like. If you do, give me a like. And stop by the thhenewpioneer.online. I've got just some different things that I've loaded onto the store. And so I'll continue to just, you know, keep the store with like some different types of things, you know, as they come along as far as my conscious, you know-ness goes. And I select things that I feel, you know, are most beneficial for, you know, just healing in various different areas. So stay tuned. Peace, love, and light. Namaste. And take care. Until next time. Later.